And as I hung up the phone, it occurred to me he'd grown up just like me, yeah. My boy was just like me. Boom, 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 and the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man and the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when. But we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. Then. Oh, yeah. Cat Stevens. The Cat's in the Cradle. There's two major things in this song here now of massive relevance to point out. First of all, I need to improve my singing. That's the number one point, but that's my own thing. That's my own crap. I'll get on top of that, guys. Don't worry, I'm never going to unleash like that again on you without tuning up my vocal cords. However, the second part of that is the key message, the profound import of what Cat Stevens is singing about. I heard that again recently for the first time, and geez, it must have been about a decade, and it's the first time I heard it as a dad. And it got me really reflecting on how I'm interacting with my two girls. Anya's 8, Elena's 4. I mean, they're in the prime of just growing up, of learning about life, of absorbing everything that they're looking at into their psycho-emotional system, and they're becoming that. One really key aspect of parenting nowadays, and I sort of say this is irrespective of the age of your kids, you know, even if they're sort of so-called grown-up, they're still your kids. Albeit there might be a bit of an argument that it's highly, highly, highly relevant in the developmental phases. But screw it, to a point, we're always developing. So no matter what age your kids are, this is highly relevant. You know, our kids become us. And especially when you look at modern technology, I point to this smartphone that I'm using to take this video. I mean, it's a phenomenal tool. But there's a great danger in it. The apps that are being designed every single day, the most successful apps, the most widespread apps, are the apps that grab our attention and zone in on it. It keeps us hooked. Every single button, every single music, every single image, every single video, every single bit of wording is consciously figured out, systematically figured out to optimize keeping us engaged. That's the game. So there's a great danger with these. We can carry them anywhere. It's not a big old lump of a PC. We couldn't carry it. We're bringing these freaking things in our pockets everywhere, pretty much everywhere. And, you know, I'm just looking at this in my own life. As always, I put my own hand up. This is not to preach. This is me preaching to my own ass, as always, to make sure I sort of maintain a key awareness of this. But I'm looking all around, and you go to the playground. We go to the playground, and the girls, they're 8 and 4. Playground is like a standard thing. Once a week, twice a week, they get to the playground. Have you noticed how often parents are there stuck looking at the smartphone? Have you noticed when you go to, you go to a training, you go to a football match, you go to whatever the event is that the kid is doing, the parents are stuck on frickin' Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on whatever the feck is going on in their phone, in this virtual reality. That's what has them stimulated. Now, there's something to accept here. Our children, just like you were, if you can press the rewind button, go back to your childhood. As children, we are hardwired to be connected with our parents, to look at our parents, to observe our parents, to soak up their emotionality, to soak up their mindset. to prepare us for life. But the hard question, and I've had to ask myself this, and I'm doing different, I'm reviewing my relationship with a smartphone, and is, are they competing with a probably trillion-dollar industry who have experts in how to keep our attention on this little device? Are our children unwittingly competing against this trillion-dollar industry for whose attention? My attention, your attention. It's a tough bloody challenge that they're being put up against. You know, the experts that use every last technique to tap into how to get us releasing dopamine in our head so we keep glued on this. And yet in front of us, guys, doesn't matter the age. You're 4-year-old, you're 8-year-old, you're 24-year-old. It does not matter. They're there developing, they're there living life, they're there expanding into the universe, being their highest selves, bringing their joy, they're bringing their music out in the world. But they'd like us to be looking. They'd like us to be looking, but awake, fully there. Really, there's a personal one on this. We're having quite behavioural issues with our 8 and 4-year-old for a good number of months. Very erratic, their behaviour. There was always sort of angst, sort of anxiety. They weren't really sleeping at night. And just one night, sort of the penny dropped with myself and Matilda. We decided, we're like, okay, we're homeschooling, but it's a thing of attention. Building business, mining horses, doing a whole heap of different things, exciting things going on. But we realised it's like the girls, they're being starved for attention. And we set about, no right or wrong here, it's right in our lifestyle, we homeschool, we set about getting an hour and a half to 2 hours every single day where we would switch off the smartphone, switch off everything. No answering calls, no phone on silent, smartphone away. Doesn't matter who comes. Our attention is on them, playing with them, submerging in them, doing art, playing outside, just talking with them, chilling out, going for rides on the bike, whatever. Do you know that it transformed completely our family life? Within about a week, the girls were eating better, were sleeping better, were getting up out of bed better, were doing their sort of homeschool work better, they were engaging better, their form was better, everything about them, their energy levels were better. Nearly every single parameter that you could imagine about had improved because they were getting full attention, our full, undivided, uncompeted for attention. The great kickback, the great side effect of this for us was when they got that attention and they knew they were going to get that attention every day. And I'm not saying that it has to be 2 hours, an hour and a half, just whatever time, just pick a time and give a conscious time to them. It could be 30 minutes. I know there can be a lot of busyness just to fit it in your lifestyle. But dedicate a predetermined time to your kids where they know they have you, they have the full you. They don't have the full you sort of just listening to a twitch, a tweak, a bleep on the phone and your attention goes there. No, you're there completely. I've just observed in my own life, I've just observed in different guys that I'm coaching, I've observed in the research and what's coming out on this topic, that gifting our full entire attention for a predetermined time, that our kids start feeling safe, start feeling loved, start feeling wrapped up in a safe circle of our attention, makes them feel well in themselves, makes them feel acknowledged and accepted, and it helps them flourish. I just remind you, bring this into the whole life view. It does not matter what age your kids are. If you're looking back and saying, oh God, it was 20 years and I was working too much and, oh God, I should have, this is a good point, but it's not relevant to me. It is relevant to you. If your kid is still alive and is still paying attention to you and still turning up in your life, it's really relevant. You can have a 50-year-old child and boy, they will love, if it's only now that they're finally getting 100% of your conscious attention, that will change their lives. It always will, gentlemen. So let's not go into any bullshit sort of excuse making and avoiding the topic. Whatever the age, it's always relevant. Have a beautiful day. I'm really interested to find out how you get on and how your kids respond to a crystal clear, full conscious presence, your epic, godly, unbelievable, unstoppable, full conscious presence shining on them. Let us know. Have a great day, guys. We shall talk to you very, very soon. Adios.